good? What's good? Salute to the family. What's good with y'all? What's going on? How everybody feeling in the building? Y'all smash the like button on the way in, man. Go salute, my bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling, bro? Yeah, man. I just wanted to do a quick live. Come chop it up with the family real quick, man. I seen a couple things that I thought was worth talking about. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to bring it to the family. And as y'all could see by the title, I watched the interview earlier, about 4 hours ago. The interview happened, and salute the YSM Sports Media, man, for dropping that dope interview. He had a quick interview, with Brian Norman Sr., the father of Brian Norman Jr., the young, undefeated, tough, strong, rugged kid that from to my knowledge, he been giving a lot of these top fighters hell in sparring, and then one of the names that got mentioned in this particular video was Tank. And, simply put, Brian Norman Sr. said, Tank quit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to play this clip for y'all. I'm going to play this audio for y'all. So y'all just bear with me for a minute. This Brian Norman Sr., he being interviewed by YSM Sports Media. And I'm going to let y'all hear what he had to say about Tank in the sparring session with his son, Brian Norman Jr. All these cultures. Yeah, that's why I'm going to play this little audio. Y'all bear with me. It's a few minutes. I'm going to let them, talk. And then I'm going to give y'all my thoughts on it, man. I just wanted to bring this conversation to y'all. As I thought it was worth a discussion, because this ain't the first time I heard this. It's always, you hear these crazy stories about what people do to Tank and sparring. And it's usually always in sparring that you hear these things. So I'm not saying he's not being honest. He gave his honest account of what he felt like happened. So I'm going to let y'all check that out, man. I'm about to play that audio for y'all. So keep in mind this Brian Norman Sr., being interviewed by YSM Sports Media. Jelly Bean, salute, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. Yes, sir. TWT, salute to the winning team. Salute to you, family. I'm sure Tank quit. He didn't just quit. I'm sure he pissed his pants because of Buddy. We hear those stories every week from some of these dudes. Clown sparring supposed to be a learning lesson, and I think that's the side that I think people be skipping out on. But I guess it's when it's Tank. You just got to go in there and try to get your shit off on him. I guess so. I'm gonna play this clip for y'all, so y'all bear with me. It's a few minutes. I'm gonna let y'all hear what Brian Norman Sr. had to say in regards to Tank and the sparring.
139, so it was around the same exact weight, but he was small. He was like, no, he was small to me. So I go tell my son, like, that's him. He was like, yeah, that's him. I said, bro. So now I'm mad that this motherfucker got his weight and all this. I said, bro, if you gonna beat this little bitty motherfucker ass, I'm gonna beat your ass, right? So that's what I tell my son. So anyway, we go through that.
Paul, salute, my bro. Appreciate you for stopping through.
The sparring match started. Tank started going at my son, just talking shit, like off the blue. Mind you, he's 16 years old, Tank 22 years old. I have always told my son, because we done been here before, don't ever talk to these grown men, let me handle that. You know what I'm saying? You a child, let me handle it. If I'm out here and it's a grown man talking to you, let me deal with it. You get what I'm saying? So you got this grown man in the ring talking shit to a 16-year-old kid. As soon as he started, it was nothing done. He went at him and just started talking shit. But it wasn't like little basic shit. He just talk shit. Oh yeah, motherfucker, and that little bullshit, right? I'm like, damn, bro, shut the fuck up this part. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying at the time. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Because I got beef with you already. You got us out here for 4 fucking hours, and you get there, you talk shit to my son, a 16-year-old who stayed when he got to go. That's why I kept telling him. That's why I kept saying, yelling at the tank. That was my joke. Like, motherfucker, he got to go to school tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So you got us out here this motherfucker at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, now 11:30 at night, fucking with your motherfucking ass. You get what I'm saying? And you motherfuckers in here talking shit. We doing you a favor. You asked us. We didn't ask you. I don't fucking know you from a can of paint. You understand what I'm saying? So now that starts. Me and him going back and forth. So now by this time, my son's getting the best of him. So now by this time, he ain't bloody him up or none of that time. But by this time, me and Tank are at screaming, nigga, fuck you, that kind of shit. We at war now. So he was like, I said, I tell you what, do me a favor then. If you want to hurt me, hurt my son. He right there in front of you. If you want to hurt me, hurt my son. That's how you hurt me. You hurt my son, right? That's my seat in the ring with you now hurting, right? So they got down like they finna do something, right? Bro, they went, it was one little player, they went, blow, he fucking hurt him. Tank held him for 2 fucking minutes, the last round. 2 minutes, I'm not exaggerating. He held my son and talked shit to me behind, like he kept turning him around, talking to me the whole time. So I'm like, damn, bro, you got the man in the ring, you talking shit. You said you finna hurt him, you finna do that. Let him go, spar. 2 fucking minutes of the last round. That shit was 1 minute of the last round of they spar. And my son got the best on him. He hurt his dad, he grabbed him, and he held him and just talked shit to me for the last 2 minutes, right? This was back, like I said, my son was 16 years old. So now we already had beef leading up to 2021. So apparently, I thought he knew, because I was like, I had been trying to get him back in there and get some work. So we had, me and him, Tank had a couple of beef on Instagram, little side shots on Instagram. But what he did was, he did his best not to mention it. Even like what he do now, he does his best not to mention the shit. So anyway, fast forward, last year at Mustafa Gym in Decatur, him and Tank and Mustafa cool. So he reached out to Mustafa. I didn't know this. He reached out to Mustafa and just asked for work. I thought he asked for my son, but Mustafa know my son is the best work in the city around Tank weight. So Mustafa ain't thinking nothing about it as far as, the shit back then. I don't know if he didn't know or if he don't remember. I don't know. But he ain't thinking nothing about the shit as far as the shit back then or whatever. So, of course, he calls us. He tell Tank he got to work. So now I'm excited. So I'm like, because I've been looking with this nigga since then. So I'm like, oh, shit. Well, shit, we can handle that like it's on. This nigga, I'm like, I can't believe he called my son back. Like, my son bigger now. Like, the fuck, he tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, he bigger now. So, anyway, fast forward, we going there. Tank comes in with a whole fucking camera crew. Whole camera crew came up with the motherfucking black trucks with the goddamn the Escalades and shit, come with the whole camera crew. When they come in or whatever, we got our shit rolling. So now when he realized he's one of my sons, so now the shit changed a little bit, right? They started saying no cameras, no recording. So we like, damn, bro, all this shit was live on Facebook. I went live on Facebook back then to show this shit because I knew what was going on. So he like, yeah, no camera, no recording or whatever. So we like, damn, bro, what you need no camera, no recording? You goddamn brought the whole motherfucking camera crew in. So now he had it with me like, damn, bro, what's up with you and this and that? So now me and Tank get into it right then again. So anyway, fast forward, we had to cut our cameras off. We made them cut their cameras off, whatever the case may be. My son commenced to whoop his ass. They did that. They turned the bell off and did that doghouse rule shit. He commenced to whoop his ass. I'm talking about blood, the whole nine. Now I will say the first day, Tank was the most explosive. Tank came out with some super shit, but what it was is Tank fights in spurts. Now I tell anybody this, he fights in spurts. My son really, he literally just. He whooped his ass the whole time, but then what Tank would do was like he'll suck it up and then he'll come out. I mean, this shit was amazing. You know what I'm saying? I give him that. Like he's special. You know what I'm saying? I get we'll probably do whatever. He didn't hurt my son not one time, whatever, but he was bloody. His whole goddamn shirt was bloody the whole night. That shit ended, came to a low. They just came to a little hug and stopped. Nobody stopped or whatever. That was over with. So now they come back. The little Instagram shit started. All the beats started. Go ahead. All right. So goddamn. Where I was at.
Big salute, J.A. Fix and salute, my bro. It's getting to it. It's almost over. I'm going to get to it. And peace, salute, my bro.
Hey, come here for a minute. You can look this up. You can look this up on YouTube if you don't believe me. Look on my nose. You see his nose? You see that on his nose? Yeah. He always. How do I know my daddy? He always. Go back. This motherfucker that photoshopped and made that shit right there, that breeze on his nose, made it bigger. My son did interviews after the sparring session and everything else. You can go look this up. He posted the fucking what's his name? What's that Showtime? Showbiz the. What's his name?
Showbiz the adult.
The Showbiz the adult. Yeah.
Shouts out to Showbiz.
Right. Shout out to Showbiz. He posted it where he exposed that motherfucker photoshopped a picture of my son. I'm sorry, but that's the second day. So let me go on from the first day. From the first day, he did the shit with Showbiz. He did interview with World Combat Sports. He did like a.
Shout out to Scotty, man.
Shout out to Scotty. But it was like a whole fucking tour of fucking interviews, but it wasn't us. That's what people not understanding. They like we trying to get clout off the shit, but we wasn't. The fucking shit. Tank had posted that he's sparring this day and this and that, put the address and all that shit. So it was a whole bunch of people there. You understand what I'm saying? Like we didn't do that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So everybody was at us, at my son for the interviews and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. Now, after that first day, so now, the excuses come, oh man, it was Monday. Oh man, he was partying last night, he was sleep, all that old bullshit, right? We coming back Wednesday, and I think that we come back Wednesday. Shit, they go be there Wednesday, right? We tell everybody else again. Everybody coming them up again. They coming there Wednesday, of course, no videos, no everything else again. We get in there. My son commits to whoop his ass until he gets out the ring. I'm gonna give you everything to look for to prove what I'm telling you about the timeline. It's start February the 1st. They skip February the 2nd, and they start February the 3rd. You look at Tank tweets about his hand. He extended his fight, he canceled his fight, and put their X-ray and shit like that because he got out the ring with no excuse. He quit against my son. He quit. He literally stopped. No, everybody didn't know what was going on. He just stopped, took his head off. Everybody was looking like, damn, bro, what the fuck going on? Then you hear the story the next day. He hurt his hand and he broke his hand and sparring. No, nigga, he just wanted an excuse for all of those people that saw him quit and saw him getting his ass. I mean, because he had said the second day, he had said, I'm not leaving until I break that nose. He told my son, no, I'm not leaving until I break his nose. So then after all that shit came out, that's when he posted that bullshit about the Chrono shop. Again, all this can be looked up. You look up the dates. February the 1st last year, February the 3rd last year is when they sparred. February the 3rd or 4th is when he put that tweet out about his fucking hand being fucked up for sparring my son or whatever the case may be. Then he came back and like, hey man, y'all tripping, ain't nothing wrong with my hand. My son made him postpone his fight. You get what I'm saying? Bottom line, but that's where the whole shit started. The whole shit started because my son was 16 years old and he was on some bullshit. That's how the whole thing went down, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a great story.
I mean, that's how it went down. Like I said, it was long-winded, but I was trying to get it all in at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some other shit that went down, but I just had to get it all in at the same time. You feel what I'm saying? But that's what the fuck went down. Right? And that's why I don't like Tank first. Like, people be, I don't respect him. Because he's some bullshit. Like, bro, how you really going to come at a 16-year-old kid and start just giving him his props? You feel what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you just give him his props and just say, y'all, man, this man good. Boy, this is boy that. But he did, on February last year, he did give my son his props to his face. He did do that. He did tell him, man, you good, man, keep doing. He did do that. You know what I'm saying? Well, but I'm thinking like, damn, bro, that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got up how you got up. You feel what I'm saying? Why you can't just bring somebody else up and just keep it real about what's going on? You feel me? Well, it's all good.
All right, family, what's good? My bad. I know that was a little long, but I just wanted y'all to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, just to fill y'all in for the people that's in the building. That was Brian Norman Sr., the father of Brian Norman Jr., and y'all know Brian Norman Jr., you know, he's been known to have these sparring stories where he's given, you know, these elite level talent trouble. So they said. So I wanted y'all to hear that straight from the horse's mouth. Again, salute the YSM Media for that interview. That was dope. You know, he interviewed Brian Norman Sr. and yeah, I heard it, man. He said it. So Fate, salute to you for sliding through. Clarence was good, my bro. TWT, you already know. So that's what the Tank Quit title was all about. You heard that right from his mouth. He said Tank quit on them in sparring. You know what I'm saying? So he claiming in all these sparring encounters, for the most part, his son got it off on Tank. And peace, salute, my bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling, Brody? Lady Do, how you feeling? Appreciate you for stopping through. Smash that like button for your boy if y'all haven't already. Appreciate y'all. These dudes are straight up clout chasers. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. I felt it was worth a discussion, so we had to talk about it. You know, it ain't nothing that I'm making up. That's straight from the horse's mouth. So, again, when y'all see the Tank quit, it ain't like he quit boxing. I'm not saying that. According to Brian Norman Sr., Tank quit on them in sparring. He just took his gloves off, got out the ring. You know what I mean? No explanation, no nothing. He just got up out of there. Sick and tired of these clout chasers who love speaking about sparring and act like they mean something. For some reason, everybody beats up Tank and sparring, but no one actually beats him. And in the pros, when the lights is on, that's a fact. G5, my bro, salute to you. Appreciate you for stopping through. What's good with my bro? TWT. Appreciate you, G5. Ain't he a welterweight? Yeah, something like that. And he like in betweener. It's like you get what I'm saying. He fought at different weights throughout his career, like fluctuating a little bit back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just wanted to get my thoughts on it. Like, you know, he felt what he felt. He said what he said. You know, he felt Brian Norman, his son, got it off on Tank. He said in one of the sparring sessions, you know, he bloodied Tank up pretty good, bloodied him up. You know what I'm saying? He said he was just getting the better of the work, period. He said, to Tank's credit, though, what he did respect is Tank could take some, and then, you know, he'd just come back out swinging, and, you know, he was real explosive in a couple of those sparring sessions. But ultimately, what he's trying to allude to is that his son was getting it off, and, you know, he's saying he's not clout chasing. Tank versus all these clout chasers next. I got Tank by KO against all of them. That, man, hey, Ghost, man, you know I'm with you on that. And again, salute to YSM Media Sports, you know what I mean? YSM Sports Media, pardon me, for the dope interview. Salute to him. But again, I just wanted to get my thoughts on it. This is no slight to Brian Norman in any way, shape, or form. Like I said, you know, he's been known more, sadly, he's been known more, and he's made more noise in these sparring sessions than he has as an actual pro. And, you know, I just think we need to see more of him. You know what I mean? Some of him. Some of us ain't seen him at all. You know what I'm saying? I still ain't seen none of his fights live. You know what I'm saying? Myself personally. So from what I've seen, he's a strong, powerful kid. You know, he seemed like he got something to work with, but that's what I hear the most right off the bat is about his power. But again, you in sparring, you got, you know, 16-ounce gloves, 14 big ass gloves on, headgear. You know, he said Tank ain't hurt him. All these, you know, he never hurt his son. He claimed he busted Tank up. He whooped Tank ass. I mean, and I'm just here to say, you know, salute to him. No disrespect to him. If that's how he felt, if that's what he felt like happened in the sparring, so be it. But I say get his ass in the ring because it's different under them lights, man. Like, yeah, and again, it's sparring. Like, say you're not clout chasing, but again, let's put this in perspective. And this is no diss to him. But he said his son was 16 years old. Tank was 22. Like, what is Tank, 27 now? Wouldn't that be 5 years ago? And you just now speaking about the sparring. I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out there for the people. Salute to my bro, Ricky Williams in the building. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through a lot of Tank talk. They willing to take that little money to make history. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Pull counter. Salute, my bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. How y'all feeling? Appreciate my bros for stopping through. How long ago was this? That's what I'm saying. And again, Tank was 22 years old. So that's why I'm putting that in perspective. Like, but this interview, you know, this was just a few hours ago. This was today type deal. So, you know, my thing is if you know, I ain't saying you are clout chasing, but you got to understand some people are going to take it as such because, you know, Tank is what, 27 now? I mean, about to be 28. It's about 5 years ago. So why talk about it now? And my thing is like, look, I just want to see more Brian Norman, period, because I've been hearing some things about him. But again, oddly enough and sadly enough, the biggest, you know, the most buzz that he's making and the biggest stories that I'm hearing, the juiciest stories I'm hearing is coming from sparring. I actually want to see this kid in the ring and under them lights against, you know, some quality opposition and see what he made of. Because, like, from what I hear, you know what I mean? He got that dog in him, and, you know, he could fight. He's a strong kid. I just want to see it. Brian Norman, the best of all time in sparring. What is the light? Dude look real average. Crazy. I mean, no disrespect. Somebody did say they seen him, and they said they wasn't overly impressed. They said he's strong, but got a lot of holes in his game. That's just what I hear, too. You know what I'm saying? I hear the great sparring stories and awards and sparring. And he gave, you know, according to, you know, the Brian Norman Sr., salute to him and Team Norman. But according to them, they gave Tank all his work. And I heard he gave Crawford some good work, some good dog work as well. So, but my thing is, again, and Floyd showed me this over and over again. Like, showed me this time and time again. He showed us all this. Like, you got people that can do it in the gym at a high level, but can you do it under them lights when it counts? With the money on the line and everybody watching you, like, and I'm not saying he can't, but what I am saying is I do want to see more of this kid, Brian Norman Jr., just to see what he got. You know what I'm saying? I hear good things, but again, I mean, you let everybody tell it. I ain't heard pretty much nobody yet, you know, when they asked about a Tank sparring session, said Tank really got it off. I just don't see it. I always hear them say they got it off on him. So you make of that what you will. Salute to Ashley's Corner. Salute, Queen. Appreciate you for stopping through. Age don't have anything to do with fighting. DDD was 18, a heavyweight, dropping AJ, yeah, and sparring. And didn't tell him. Didn't tell until until people kept bringing it up. Period. Yeah, they had an interview after that sparring. Yeah, I feel you, Ash. You know, I'm with you. And again, it's like, Say he was mad because he was talking shit to a 16-year-old kid, but it's the hurt business, you know. Now you claim, you know, his son was doing all this hurt in the Tank, and Tank photoshopped his nose being broke or whatever it was. I remember all that stuff he talking about. According to him, Tank, his son is the reason Tank postponed one of his fights and posted his hand was messed up or something like that. Yeah, facts, G5, Hall of Fame spars, bro. Hall of Fame sparring stories, yo. And I'm just like, man, it sound good, man, but is y'all really willing to get in there? Like, and not even just getting in there with Tank. I just want to see these people with these, you know, these great sparring stories in there with some quality opposition so we could really see what they made of with the lights on. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy who's fought as high as middleweight, who's been bragging about a Tank sparring for last year, cloud chasing. I feel you, Ghost. I respect it, bro. Time and salute, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling, bro? Showbiz, the dope page telling it all, but not the truth. It's old as fuck. Tank showed the picture of Brian. His nose was facing 3 different directions. Yeah, nope, it was no Photoshop. Yeah, they claim it was Photoshop. That's what his pops were just saying. They Photoshopped it, and he even pulled his son in the camera for a couple seconds to show like his nose and shit like that. Need to get this out before I break this over. I got you, Ash. I got you. Said nope, it wasn't no Photoshop. Yeah, because that's definitely what the pop said it was. He said it was Photoshop. My thing is, I try to listen very well, and what I heard a couple different things in there, and I also heard like you sparred him once and you wanted to get him back in there for some work. So that tells me that's either one or two things. Either the work was good and you want to get him back in there so he can get some quality work with Tank, or you was simply trying to clout chase. And I wanna believe that the work was good and you just wanted to get him back in there with Tank. That's where I want to lean towards that, because I don't want to tag you as no clout chaser. But again, your son got to get in there with some quality dogs, man, if you really want to make some noise, man, in this boxing game for sure. Isaac Dog versus Gonzalez, who y'all got. I chopped it up a little bit about that, but all conversations on deck. Fate, I'm leaning towards Joette Gonzalez in that one, man. I think Navarrete took a lot out of Dog Bay, man, in terms of his intensity. Like, he just don't seem like the same intense fighter that he once was before the losses. And then, in the second rematch against Navarrete, he got stopped in the 12th. Towel got thrown in. It got bad for him. Facts, G5. I got Joette. I can never respect someone that's trying to clout chasing on Spawn. Brian admitted that Tank caught the shit out of him, and Tank said Tank was slick. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, again, it's like when the Pops was explaining it almost sounded like a lot of one-way traffic. And my thing is, if that's the case, then you wouldn't want to get him back in there for more work unless you was trying to clout chase, or unless the work was good and competitive enough where you wanted to get your son back in there with Tank. You know what I'm saying? You young and you good, like that, work your way up and start acting like Ryan Garcia. That boy Brian so damn big, but he can't fight in Tank weight class if his life depended on it. Yeah, he is a big boy, man. He is a big boy, Ash. Facts, Ash. Dog is just too small to fight these guys. He needs to move down. As you make a good point, Jay. You make a good point, bro, because I think Joette gonna be the, like, you know what I mean, outbox him for sure. I think it should go to points, but I think Joette should win the decision. D-Man, salute, my bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. Isaac hurt his last opponent because of that one little global commentators never mentioned it. Yeah, you know how they be. They see what they want and call what they want. You know what I'm saying? Isaac Dogbay, and then he fought Christopher Diaz. I think that's who you might be talking about, Fate. And he went to war with him. And we all know Shakur Stevenson dogged Christopher Diaz, and Navarrete also dogged Christopher Diaz. He beat the dog out of him. I usually don't do triangle theories, man, but they both fought Navarrete and lost, but difference is, Dogbay fought him twice, and like I said, in the second one, he got stopped in the last round with the towel getting thrown in. Joette got cut bad in the second round over his eye against Navarrete when they fought. but he still got his share of licks in. He was cracking Navarrete with some shit. So he definitely made him go in his bag and fight, but he ain't get stopped. But he got beat up. His face was a mess after that fight. Dog big like 5'3". Yeah, he's small, bro. He ain't big at all. Tired of these weight bullies and sparring legends. Go fight somebody your own size at your own level and see how that go. Nah, it's a fact though. I told you some people felt like they seen him fight and it wasn't what it was. You know what I'm saying? They like, nah, he got some holes in his game. Kid's strong and can fight a little bit. They like got some holes. And his daddy said, if you don't beat this small motherfucker, I'm gonna beat your ass. So why you act like you beat Earl Spence Jr. Spawn? Get the fuck to the back of the line, work your way up, stop blowing smoke. That's what I'm saying. Just you gotta for shit. Like you get what I'm saying, you just gotta fight some quality opposition. And already young kid got about 22, 23 fights. Low key. Like he got a lot of fights. And I don't know none of those people really that he fought. So I just want to see him actually live one time, man, and see what he really got. See him under them lights. I hear the sparring stories. I know I'm never gonna be able to see them, and that's cool. But I don't care to see those as much as I want to see him under the lights where it counts to see what he really made of. Since Brian whooping Tank, he better fight an undefeated prospect at his level in his next fight. Yeah, I knew Ghost was gonna start going off. Matter of fact, put him in there with Ellis, Boots, Virgil, Ortiz, and somebody like that. Shit, bro. Go down and fight anyway. You better see Brian versus Ellen, Brian versus Boots, Brian versus Virgil. No one else fight one of them, or we do not care. I feel you, Ghost, but shit, even if it ain't one of them, and I feel you, I'm with them fights. Shit, at least let it be somebody we do know. You get what I'm saying? And that's no slight to him. I just want to actually see him live. I want to see what he got. This sparring stories is like, all right, this shit got me like, all right, I've been hearing it too much now. Now, I just want to see you fight for real. I don't got no problem with what you said. That's how y'all feel. That's what went down. That's cool. But I think it's fair to say, man, everybody beat Tank up in sparring according to them. Everybody do. Everybody. I talk about it over and over again. Doghouse sparring is until one man drop and one man get tired. And they call giving up. Why nobody ever said I had Tank bleeding during sparring? I dropped. Oh, Ash, you ain't here? Oh, you must have came in late. Oh, I didn't know if you heard it. What I did, I played the clip of Brian Norman Sr. talking about that. Nah, he claimed they bloody Tank up. They had him all bloody. He said one of these sparring sessions, he bloody Tank up, and he said Tank quit. That's why I got the Tank quit on the thumbnail, like just so we clear. I don't want nobody to think they being clickbaited. I said Tank quit. When I played the clip for y'all heard it out of Brian Norman Sr. mouth. He said Tank quit on his son, just took the gloves off, got out the ring, didn't give nobody no explanation and none of that. And then he said he came out and announced that he hurt his hand. Remember, he said he posted the x-ray and shit, and then he came back and said, man, my hand ain't hurt, man. Y'all something. Like it was bullshit. He's saying he claimed his son is the reason he postponed one of his fights and shit like that. Yeah. He said he had him bloody, Ash, and he said Tank quit. Just took the gloves off, didn't tell nobody nothing, just got out the ring. None of them fight Michael Fox. He free, wants to fight. And in the same weight, let's make it happen. That's a fact. Salute to Michael Fox, man, because he followed me on the gram too, man. And I told him we ain't forget about how they robbed him. So we need to see Michael Fox back in that ring with a quality opponent that he deserved too. 22-0, get him in there with Conor. Hey, man, bro, let's see it. It's a consolation prize. Is fact, Ash. That's he say he bloodied him up. He made him quit. Yeah, facts. That's what he said. Mr. Chop Top, salute, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. And that, that's why I had to bring it to the family. I had to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, man, you bloodied him up. He quit. You whooped his ass. He said everything, like everything you need to hear to make me do this damn video. This ain't the only thing, but this is just one. I had to talk about this. Brian Norman Jr. versus Michael Fox or Rashidi Speedy Ellis. I'll call Rashidi at this stream and tell him we need that, Brian. People calling and let's get it on. Hey, bro, I love to see that. I'm telling you now. So you really thinking nobody got a picture of anything bloody? And that's what I'm saying. Actually, I'm not. I'm trying to play it right down the middle. I'm just trying to say his story is his story and he's free to tell it. But I mean, like, my thing is when it comes to Tank, everybody beat him up in sparring. Apparently, Tank can't whoop nobody ass in sparring. You know what I'm saying? Despite the numerous like stories that you heard outside of the footage that he's posted, like we had Sugar Ray Leonard, which is a legend, all-time great, come out and say like he don't remember the last time he seen a kid getting this many knockouts in sparring. He was talking about Tank. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is it's like, you know, you hear one thing and then you hear another, and I just like to think that it's different under them lights. I know that. I ain't gotta think it. I know it. You know, someone got a pic of it that day. That's what I'm saying. He said they had some cameras and shit up in there, and then they had made him, you know, he said he was streaming something to Facebook or something like that. Salute to my bro Crush, Yo the Wise Crush. What's good with it, bro? Appreciate you sliding through, my bro. How you feeling? Naked Fire, you know it, bro. You know I got to speak on it. My thing is, man, Tank really the bar. Like I always say, I'm gonna keep saying it, despite who got the belts, man. Time and time again, despite what anybody's saying about who ain't fighting who, the name I constantly hear that be in everybody's mouth is Tank, man. And he just be taking that shit in stride, smiling and laughing at these dudes, man. And I say, like, look, get in there with some high quality, and then we'll believe you. I know the sparring is the sparring, but I want to see it. I want to see some actual fights from this kid. You know, it's been fucking up everybody, and that's why I keep hearing they got a video when Tank was a grasshopper, but now him getting beat up. You feel me, Rick? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I'm trying to be fair. I'm staying true to my name. I'm Just Do, but damn it, man. Like, all right, bro. I'm getting a little tired of this everybody beating Tank up shit, and I ain't saying it ain't happening, but damn, do Tank do anything well in sparring? Like, that's it. Like, he don't do nothing. He just get beat up. God damn, I can't believe that, though. They got a picture of Brian on the news, but Brian didn't have one. Spot of blood on him. Every time Devin Haney spar makes him bleed. You could tell because his blood on his shirt, gloves. Hey, get facts. And I should have used the other clip in the thumbnail too, where the prime example to add to your point, Ash. When Tank had somebody blood, he had them white gloves. His shit was bloody. But if you look close at my thumbnail, the dude he was sparring is bloody in the thumbnail. Yeah, man, I'm just saying. And then when you try to justify it not being clout chasing, but then how you put the timestamps on it, all you do is allude. All you're doing is explaining it to us how long ago it was. And again, I'm not gonna call it clout chasing. I'm gonna just put this shit out there and let people make of it what they will. Tank was 22 and B Norman was 16. I mean, what, Tank like 27? Am I right? 27, 28, 5-6 years ago. I mean, I'm just saying. Tank never had a good sparring session. He lost to Devin, lost to Brian, lost to Coach Calvin, I'm sure. You could never get respected sparring. These dudes are jokes. Facts. I'm just saying, like, that's my question when it all boils down. I'm not even questioning what you said happened. I'm just saying to the family, like, damn, so Tank just get beat up by everybody. But then he get up under them lights and his NyQuil naps and melatonin movies for people. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's what I see. Like, I hear the sparring stories. Them shit's cool. But when I see Tank getting that ring, it be NyQuil naps and melatonin movies for people. I seen it too many times. Tank too busy drinking Dr. Peppers and listening to Drake songs, I guess. I mean, people could just say facts, bro. Facts, Rick. Apparently, not, bro. He ain't shit in boxing according to even Hunter. Dude, that's what I'm saying. You know, I chopped that up about the Keith Hunter one, too. I thought that was funny, too. And remember, Keith Hunter beat everybody in sparring. He beat him up. He beat Dev up. He said he used to hurt Dev on accident so they could get a fight. So he back to clout chasing after all this time. Like I said, Brian fucking shit up. We should see it in the real ring. And his weight class, nah, there's nothing wrong with that, Ash. You just asking to show and prove. That's all. And that's where I'm at with it. I'm not knocking it. Your stories are your stories. Stick to them. I ain't there to question them. I wasn't there. I wasn't a fly on the wall that day. All I know is I just hear everybody beat Tank ass and sparring, but then he get in the ring, and like I said, then it's like NyQuil naps for people. Like, I'm saying, naps against your will, giving people partial, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, facts, TWT, we all that matter. That's facts. Salute to all my family in the building and all the winning team family. I mean, yeah, sparring. Yes, appreciate you, ass. Yeah, man. So that's all. I had to, you know, speak on that just a little bit, and I'm just like, I ain't even knocking B Norman. I just want to see him in the ring, and I want to see him against some quality. I don't want to just hear the stories. I heard the stories enough. They cool. I'm cool on them now. I don't even need to hear no more because I know I'm never gonna see him, and that's cool with me too. But what we do and what we should have an opportunity to is to be able to see this dude get in the ring and fight somebody like that. We know. That's all I'm saying. I don't care who it is, long as it's somebody of note that's of some quality and substance. That's all. Just to see what this kid really got. So when I talk about Devin, you heard Devin on accident. Devin don't matter at all. Facts, Ash. He said he heard Devin on accident. Making news. I'm gonna spar Tank next week, and I'm a heavyweight. Facts, J. Facts, J. Facts. My question is this: has anyone put together the Bud and EJ spar yet? Bud basically telling y'all, "Hey, yo, man, I'm glad. Hey, man, hey, bro, I'm glad you said that now." Cause I keep hearing stuff about that, and remember, he just did this interview or whatever that was, with that audio or the clip. I heard audio of it or whatever it was. Like, so who hurt him to the body, Rick? I'm just trying to figure out like what's going on. Cause I heard that happen before too. So I'm trying to figure out like, is he telling us something, bro? Please go easy on him because he got beat up too much as it is. Yeah, take it easy on Tank, man. We still want to see him, Jay. You a heavyweight, you gotta take it easy on him, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got beat up, man. Yeah, you gotta take it easy on my bro, man. I think most people that say they beat Tank is riding his coattail to get a rise. That's all I'm saying. It's too many of those stories, and we get it. Like, I guess that's the hot commodity. Like, you say you beat Tank up. I don't know, and I ain't knocking him. I like what I hear from Brian Norman. I just want to see him instead of having to look up his fights and see little clips. I actually need to see him. He said, "Bye, EJ." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ghost, like, is that's what's going on? Cause that story just sound like you telling us something without telling us something. Like Rick just said, man, is he telling us that, you know? EJ the body snatcher did the butt. Yeah, I'm telling you. It's around when he went to the TNT camp. Yeah. Fly back to the meetup at the fight. What did Buzz say? You can't try that going to the body shit. I'm gonna start charging y'all. But I'm telling you, Rick, that's what I'm saying. I thought I had that clip in here when he said that to him, man. Don't try that going to the body with me. And I always ask that question, Rick, like, why out of all things? I remember, and I wasn't being funny. I was saying to people, why out of all things do people think he said that to him? Why is, like, we all know that's where Earl can live at in the inside and going to the body. That's one of his strongest, you know what I mean? That's one of his strongest attributes, like, going to that, getting in there and getting to that body. So it's like, I always wondered why the hell he said that to him. And now I guess we got some, a little bit of clearance as to why. Pardon me if y'all hear that noise. They making wild noise over my head right now. It's actually happened. That's what I'm saying. Ricky did say something for that. He said he had something for that. Yeah, I only listen to fighters. Everyone else has agendas and our haters. Yeah, it be seeming like that. It be seeming like that. And if y'all ain't hating, because then y'all don't sound like malicious with it, then I'm going to err on the side of, pushing an agenda or trying to get a little bit of clout. Last time they worked, EJ Bully beat down Bud. I'm telling you, like, hold on, where is that shit at, man?
We go neutral. We go there. Vegas or New York. And then when I stop him, they'll say he's too small. Hey, so when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. On my mic. And he stayed at 147. He will not stop. Too long. He will not stop. Okay. Crazy. Be careful what you're smoking out. Ask me, who the hardest been hit by? Hey, look, every person that you name, ask them what I done did to them. Ask me who the hardest been hit by. It don't matter. If you drop them and I drop them, what that mean? They both got dropped.
I had a different one in there, man. I was stuck on the same shit. But I said, don't go to the body 3 times. You want to EJ to him. But friend was cross talking, but I kept saying it. That's what I'm saying. Don't try that going to the body. Like, why wouldn't he try something that he do at a very high level? Why wouldn't he try that? Like, because you said so. Like, but I always just not being funny. I'm not just saying that because Rick just brought it up. That was my question when I heard. Well, listen to that. I always walked away from that. Why are all the things to say to EJ? He said, "Don't try that going to the body shit." Like that's not a weakness of his. So I just always wondered what was his angle? Like out of all the things, like what really made him say that? Drop us a bomb. I'm like, man.
What we talking about? I knew he was gonna be here.
And you knew I was gonna pull up.
That's why I came.
Did you know I was gonna pull up?
Oh God, I knew he was gonna be here.
Did you know I was gonna pull up?
AC, where you at?
Did you know
I
I was
got a
gonna
text
pull up?
message. 3 o'clock.
And you got a FaceTime for me and you didn't answer.
I don't know your number. It's over.
But now you can save it.
Smoke, Junior. They don't know what time it is.
T-Bug Crawford.
Yeah. Everybody know who the champ is at 147, who the king is. And he's too small. He's too small. He little. He light in the ass.
Hey, look.
He light in the ass.
Ain't nobody say Floyd was light in the ass.
He's light in the ass. You're not Floyd.
Yeah, I love that one. You not Floyd. EJ, well, letting him say that. Like, you ain't Floyd. What you talking about? He drops a bump, and I drop a bump. So laughing my shout out. Yeah, man. Facts, D, man. Facts. Yeah, the Andre stop Johnny back, folks. Better keep that same energy. No ducks here. Yeah, I can't wait to see Andre back in the ring. Honestly, Ghost. I rock with Andre heavy. Say that when that's what cost you a win. Yeah, it's like you hooping and you post a dude up, and I've been working on my game. Don't try that post up shit again. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't he try what the fuck been working his entire career? Like, not just in some fights, his entire career. For the people that keep saying he only messed Uga's eye up, man, just to get into that for a second. Look at Lamont Peterson's face when he was done. Yo, y'all remember that show, Alf? Remember that show, Alf? Tell me Lamont Peterson wasn't looking like Alf in the face after EJ beat him. He turned Lamont Peterson into Alf. I don't even gotta say no more. If y'all know what Alf looked like, just think about that and think about that's how EJ had Lamont looking. Looked like Alf had a fight, a boxing match. He cracked Kell Brooks shit, beat Danny Garcia eye crazy, and then he cracked Uga shit. Just to put that in perspective, he been really hurting, damaging eyes for quite some time, man. I was budding, both my kid was lying the entire time. Yeah, she was, her face hell. Even Bob Arum was lying. They trash and they know it in their hearts. Yeah, it's a fact, Ash. You know it. End of the year, just do 90% done. Facts, bro. I want to see that, man. I want to see that. I rock with Andre heavy. Salute to all my people in the building. Y'all smash the like button for your boy, man. We're gonna keep rocking out. Hell yeah, did he formed his face? That's what I'm saying, man. Beating face. He had yo. Y'all remember Alf? I know y'all remember that show, Alf. If y'all don't Google it real quick and tell me Lamont Peterson wasn't look like Alf been punched it like in a fight. He looked like that thing, yo. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. EJ had that boy looking like that. He had him looking like some type of Muffet baby or something. And he had him looking crazy, bro. Benavita is teamed up. Rest don't answer. So Johnny Beck getting that life-changing ass whooping. The old man, horrible trash fighter, Andre. Yes, I don't understand that. Hopefully we get that at some point too before Andre get old. You know what I'm saying? Do you hear Anthony Peterson and Ross podcast say Tank and Zach hit the hardest in the pros and before the pros? Oh yeah, nah, I ain't catch that. I want to check it out. I like Anthony Peterson, man. I like the Peterson brothers, man. But man, EJ had his face. He had that man looking like Alf, man. I'm telling you. Listen to the fighters. Anthony Peterson don't need to lie. Period. Facts. He an honest dude. That's why I like hearing him speak. He an honest dude. Honest dude. I like him. Alf was off the hook. Yo, facts. Fact crush. Remember, he had Lamont Peterson looking like Alf, yo. Like he was hit the shit out of his face, bro. He said Alf like to eat the cats. Yeah,
talk to him. Tell your nigga be quiet. Talk to me. Don't tell your nigga be quiet. Talk to me.
Tell your nigga to be
quiet.
Talk to me. Tell your nigga to be quiet.
All right, now you talking to me.
Tell your nigga to be
back
quiet.
To what we was talking about.
Whatever.
Try that body shot shit.
I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you.
Knew I had.
Talk to him.
Tell your nigga be quiet.
Talk to me.
Tell your nigga to be quiet.
Talk to me.
Tell your nigga to be
quiet.
Talk to me. Tell your nigga to be quiet.
All right, now you talking to me.
Tell your nigga to be
back
quiet.
To what we was talking about.
Whatever.
Try that body shot shit.
I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you. That shit gonna be easy work. I promise you.
I'm solid as a rock.
We seen it while we late. We see you get wild,
But then what?
We see you.
After that.
It don't matter.
After that.
Wait till I hit you.
Wait till I hit you.
Sorry.
You gonna look like Benavidez. You.
Yeah, one leg.
You gonna look like
Yeah,
that
one
with
leg. Yeah, one leg. I'm gonna make
you do the stanky leg.
What you want to bet on that?
What you want to bet
We
on?
can bet 100,000 on that.
Let's bet $1 million.
Easy.
Let's bet $1
We can bet
million. You getting that
Easy.
money, right?
Easy. Let's bet $1 million. Easy. What are you talking about? There it goes. We're talking crazy. He got his number.
Well,
He got his number.
let me tell you.
I ain't got no offers
Let
for
me,
y'all.
the smartest thing you can do is to stay away from Terrence. That's the smartest thing.
You're a legendary promoter. I like that.
Oh man, I knew I had that little clip in there dropped it a couple days ago. Okay, I'm gonna go check that out, Ash, because I'm sub to them. I rock with the Rise podcast. That was the fourth time Buzz said it. And yo, for real, he kept saying it. Like, why wouldn't he go to your body? Boy, he gonna go to your body, yo. Bud could be a little wide with his stance and his punches, yo. Like, is it just me? Like, extra wide. Like did y'all? I know y'all seen him against Sean Porter. That's what I seen. I seen some flaws in there. I'm like, man, telling you, he got a suit. I be talking about Earl EJ flat-footed. Like, that dude be flat-footed than a bitch at 47. Stands be wide as hell, and so do some of them punches that he be throwing. Janet Beck and Andre finna be good facts, Fate. Buzz said it 3 times before that clip. Yeah, he just kept saying that. Nigga familiar, I kept telling y'all. I've been telling y'all. And Buzz sound lame. He was like, yeah, bet $1 million. Nah, $1 million. Skywalker, my bro, salute to you. Appreciate you slide through. How you feeling, bro? Yeah, man. He got that little brother syndrome when it come to EJ. He always want to outdo him at every cost. They playing cards, he want to outdo him. Bub feel about that comment. No way, Bob Aram. After that lawsuit, yeah, in fact. Talking that stupidness, man. The best thing you could do is stay away. Whole time you keeping him away. Talking about he could stay away. He ain't got to stay away. You keeping him away. But not the guy they've been saying that he is, and he know it. I mean, Tank said that too. Tank gave him credit. He said EJ beat him down today, tomorrow. He said Bud good, but not what they making it seem like. And that's just Tank said that. I ain't say it. So I appreciate you, Ash. Appreciate you. Hopefully you having a good day at work. He front foot heavy too. EJ gonna knock him down when Bud trying to go backwards. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's all I be saying. It's like when we critique him, they lose their minds. I'm not being funny. Like, that's something I seen in that Sean Porter fight. His stance was wide as hell, yo. And some of them punches, you know, that's Sean Porter, so he was able to, of course, catch Sean Porter with that shit. But EJ should be straight down the middle, man. And if he loop his punches, it's with intention to do so. Even Crawford, I seen Crawford loop his punches with intent, but at the same time, I've seen him just naturally throw wide punches at times. So why I'm telling you, man, I can't wait till we get it, because I got faith. I'm gonna say every time. Yeah, man, I'm listening to you, Rick. We tuning in. You ain't been wrong yet, bro. You ain't steered us wrong yet. Yeah, you ain't steered me wrong yet, bro. I'm tuned in. You hear what I said? I'll be hearing you, bro. They both gonna get caught with something. Yeah, I think they can catch each other. But I think the reaction is just going to be different when they catch each other, potentially. I think that could potentially be a difference maker. The effect, the damage that one actually caused. Like, Earl got that thudding power. Like I forgot who had made that analogy, but I had to borrow it. It's really like a video game. Like, you could block, but if EJ hits you, it's still going to drain your energy bar type shit. So you could prepare for it, but sooner or later, the shit is going to get to you. It's going to wear you down, and he's going to get the desired result, which is ultimately to break you down and get you the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Press his ass, but sorry, game plans to stay off the ropes. Hey, Rick, what you think about like, I heard somebody breaking it down. They was saying, you know, Bud game plan is there's like, he ain't got no game plan. His game plan is rhythm. And I thought that was interesting for them to phrase it that way. They said that's what's going to be his game plan. He's going to try to beat EJ with rhythm. Rhythm and timing or something like that, they were saying. Yeah, he's going to have to try to stay off the ropes. But EJ really could put you in an uncomfortable situation. Bundu, man, he blitzed Bundu, bro. Good shot. Yeah, look, here she go. Some are going to be more hesitant than usual. It's possible, but to me, I don't think it's gonna be EJ. Because I don't think he'd be being himself. You get what I'm saying, Fate? Because what fight have we ever seen him be hesitant in? He ain't the one that gotta collect the data. He gonna go get his. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, to me, I don't lean towards him. I ain't saying either of them is gonna be hesitant, but I can understand you saying that. I can see that, just them tense early moments and shit like that. But I think ultimately Earl just gonna have a game plan and he gonna go there execute it. Like he's very disciplined and stubborn in terms of executing his game plan and sticking to it. And I think that's a part of the fight that people leave out sometimes too. I said that time and time again, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like in terms of discipline, EJ is the more disciplined fighter. And before people lose their minds, I'm not saying Bud Crawford is not a disciplined fighter in terms of training and, crossing his T's, dotting his I's. But when it comes to sticking to the game plan, I've seen EJ stick to his game plan way more than I've seen Bud. I've seen Bud abandon his game plan on numerous occasions after he get punched in his face good. And I always said it, because of the level of opposition that he's been in the ring with, that approach has worked and has been successful all the way until it don't. And I think the buck stopped with EJ. I don't think no longer that approach is going to work. I think whatever game plan Bud draw up, he's going to have to execute it that night. I think it's going to be shit that he going to have to do that's on the fly, both of them. But ultimately, I think they're going to have to stick to whatever game plans they draw up for that fight. Yeah, he is a strong dude. Bundu say he had a thudding power. Facts, D, man. Yeah, into that jab offset it. People see boxing, but don't understand what a fighter is looking to do. And you see what I'm saying? That's a fact, Rick. And my thing is when EJ is the kind of fighter that knows what he wants to do and knows how to get it done. So it works. You get what I'm saying? It's like he knows what to do and how to go about doing it. And he's going to stick to that. And it's very hard to knock him off of his game plan and stop him from doing what he set out to do. It might take him a little bit longer because he might be met with some resistance. The other guy is actually fighting back in there. But once he get going and he start executing, man, he start firing all cylinders. It's just a hard man to beat. I'm not saying he's impossible to beat, but he's a way tougher guy than what a lot of people are giving him credit for, man. That's a very disciplined man inside that ring, man. He sticks to the game plan very, very well. You don't clip him and all of a sudden he like, you know what? I got to go outside of myself a little bit to get my shot back. He don't do that. He stick to the game plan. He going to mow you down. He going to get you. He going to jab you when he need to jab you. He going to get in close and he going to rip to that body when he need to. Skill for skill, he could compete with anybody. That's what I be saying. Like, for all these people calling him basic and all that, I'm like, all right, well, a better question is what is it that he can't do? That's what I be saying. And that's why I think when you break that down, when you answer that first question first, what is it that EJ can't do? I think then you could really get to a fair assessment by being real with yourself. First things first, let's start off what is it that you feel like he can't do in there and go from there. Because other than that, if he checking all these boxes, then that's telling you something. And again, man, like I always say, he got he got no flash, no flare, just results. That's his style. From the outside looking in, it looked like it ain't nothing spectacular till you get in there and realize that because he do everything at a high level or so many different things at a high level, and he's a complete fighter, by the time you realize that it'd be too late and you in front of him taking jabs to either your eye or fucking shots to your rib cage or hips till he get you up out of there, neutralize you, break you down, get you up out of there. Another thing I wanted to talk to y'all about, man, Conor Benn and Chris Eubank exchanged some words again, man. And Chris Eubank was kind of calling out Jake Paul. Told Jake Paul once he deal with Ben and Jake Paul take care of Rockman. He said, how about you and me go a couple rounds? He said, here, this Chris Eubank to Jake Paul. He said he'll come in at 160 and Jake could come in at whatever weight he want. He said winner gets Canelo, and don't worry, he ain't no Tyson Fury. So he basically saying, Chris, that's Chris Eubank to Jake Paul, but that ain't the part that I'm talking about. The part I'm talking about is where Conor Benn responded to Chris Eubank and told him, you won't fight again after you share the ring with me. He said, I will be your last fight. So basically, Conor Benn, what y'all think about Conor Benn saying, "Hey, retire Chris Eubank"? And you know, they saying they supposed to. That fight's supposed to take place once they get the details ironed out, and it was supposed to be at a proposed catch weight of 156 or some shit like that. Well, probably gonna try to stick and move, and you know what? Maybe so, Fate. He might try to stick and move, but my thing is, I just haven't seen him move as much at 47 as he did at 40. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he can't do it, but I'm just saying I haven't been seeing him do it as of late. You know what I mean? And as we all know, fighters are creatures of habit, and unless he just gonna break his habits of what he been doing as of lately and start moving again, I don't know. I'm gonna look for that early. I'm definitely gonna look to see if he's trying to use his legs. EJ that beat Ugas beats Bud. Hey man, let's talk about it. You know it. I'm with you. Yeah, Canelo. He claims the winner, Chris Eubank. I don't know where the hell he got that from. Think that a beating Jake Paul is gonna get you Canelo. That was weird. Conor got the ability. Facts. Black Grass Podcast. Salute, my bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling, bro? Salute to the Black Grass Podcast, man. I go check the Black Grass Podcast out too on IG, bro. Got some heat going on over there. Got some dope videos, man. Be showing a lot of love, man. Showing a lot of talent, man. That we ain't up on for the people that got IG. But yeah, man, he told, Conor Benn told Chris Eubank he won't fight again. So he said he'll never fight again after he fight him. After he shared the ring with him, he'll retire him, basically. He said Chris Eubank won't have another fight after they fight. And I say, man, look, iron them details out, whatever details it is that's stopping y'all from getting in that ring, get that squared away. I mean, Conor Benn, if it's going to be at a catch weight of 156, I say Conor Benn big enough to get there. He'd be all right there. He'll make it. He'd be all right. So let me get this straight. Jake Paul versus Eubank gets the undisputed champ. Yeah, that was bogus. That's why I said that wasn't the real focal point. It was really Chris Eubanks, laying that murder down on that murder game down on Conor Benn talk to Chris Eubank. Basically told him he'll retire. And I'll just say, let's iron them details out and make that fight happen. Why not? Why not make it happen? I'll watch it. I mean, it'd be interesting to see. And them both sons of legends, you know what I'm saying? Their fathers both was nice in their day, so I think that fight would do well. I think people will tune into it. You can beat Jake's ass, but Canelo not great. Nah. It's Eubank. I don't know, man. I want to see him in a meaningful fight too. He do too much posturing for me, man. That'd be my only problem with him. Like, I think Conor Benn might make him pay for that, man, because he a young, hungry, young, hungry kid, man. He might make Chris Eubanks pay if he doing all that posturing he be doing in the ring, man. That's my biggest issue with Eubank. In that ring, seemed like he be playing too much, playing with his food, and that could come back to hurt you. And Conor Benn ain't gonna be no food for sure. That's gonna be a very competitive fight for as long as it lasts. Somebody might get knocked out as their abilities, but wasted his IQ out there. You talking about Chris Eubank? Fate got the abilities, but lack the IQ. Because I seen him. He is, oddly enough, I'm not saying he Roy Jones, but you could tell Roy been teaching him because of some of the shots that he was throwing in there in his last fight. But he was playing with his food, talking about you didn't want to knock him out. You just wanted to hurt him. No, you're supposed to knock him out. Don't play with your food. Mess around and get caught with something, then what? Canelo the greatest. I tell you what, if he fought Mr. Chop Top, if he fought some of those some of these dogs that we want him to fight, man, win, lose, or draw, he had the respect of the people. And I truly hope that he changes tune, which is sad to say, I don't think he will. It's no reason to me. And you must be a Canelo fan, and that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I know you, as a real boxing fan, Mr. Chop Top, you wouldn't mind seeing Canelo in there with a Benavidez, a Charlo, a Andre. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's no reason in the world why he still ain't fought none of those dudes yet. Benavidez maybe so, being that he the youngest, but at least an Andre or a Charlo by now, he should have at least got one of them. Should have at least got a crack at him so far. You know what I'm saying? By now, yeah. And Eubank, yeah, man. He postures a lot. He play a lot. He do a lot of showboating and, like, you know, just posturing and playing in there, playing with his food too much for me. My bad, yeah. Floyd said Canelo is easy work. But yeah, man, I say far as that Eubank, and they might as well get that. Why it look like it'd be some type of interest in the actual fight. But I don't think that's the kind of fight that they could afford to, like, let marinate and do all the back and forth social media shit, not getting in there with each other. Because I don't think it's going to, you know, have that type of interest. I think if they milk it, they could miss the moment. I think right now people are actually watch that. I think that the son of, you know, they pops, both of them have fathers that was a hell of a fighter. I just think they got to fight each other first to see who get the Canelo fight. I mean, the only reason why I don't look at it that way. Only reason I don't look at it that way because he fought too many people. He fought too many people that wasn't worthy of a shot. That's not better than none of those dudes. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, just think about this for a second. He fought Callum Smith, Rocky Fielding, and Abney Yildirim. You get what I'm saying? None of those dudes are on a Charlo level, Benavidez level, Andre level, but he just had no problem fighting them. Now is when you get to the cream of the crop. All of a sudden, now they got to self-eliminate each other and hope that after they beat each other up, that you'll get in the ring with him. And who's to say that he'll really be a man of his word and do that? You get what I'm saying? It's just too risky. It's like he shouldn't be able to call the shots like that. He already get to pick who he fight. He shouldn't get to pick who fight each other too. You get what I'm saying? He already giving us fights we don't want. Because to be honest, I like Dimitri Bivol. Ain't nothing wrong with him. But wasn't nobody checking for that fight. Wasn't nobody asking for that. That shit came out at left field. You know what I'm saying? And then after losing the fight, because it was a inexperienced thing going wrong, they handpicked the wrong opponent and it backfired. Now he turns around. He spins the block back. Spins the block for the third time to fight Golovkin now, 3 years after their last fight, I think it was. When they should have just fought back to back to back if they was going to do that at all. You get what I'm saying? Like, this dude just do shit that leave you scratching your head. Like, and for the standard and the praise that people give him, he just should, more is expected of him. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got people that really look at him. They be calling that dude King Nello and calling him the face of boxing. And I'm just saying, that's cool if you want to look at him like that. I don't even have no argument with it, people like that no more. But my thing is, why when we hold him to that standard, it's an issue. It shouldn't be an issue. Like, he's the best, right? He should have no issue getting in there with none of those dudes and proving that he could beat them. And I ain't saying you got to fight them all back to back to back. But at the same time, like, look, Andre about to be at what, 168? Get what I'm saying? That'd be the third fucking weight class that he campaigned in with Canelo, and he still ain't gave that dude a shot. But he irresponsibly tells boxing fans and the boxing public that's tuned in to that press conference, basically the reason he ain't fight Demetrius Andre is because he a horrible fighter. The same horrible fighter is undefeated and to be in his third weight class where you at. Ain't nobody beat him yet. But you want us to believe that that's the reason you ain't fought him, because he's so horrible. And it's like, come on, man. Fight these dudes, yo. Just fight them, because it ain't for sure that you lose to all these dudes. They be good fights. You get what I'm saying? They all be good fights. He was 5'8", the same weight as these guys who doing that. I would agree. He was bigger, but a small guy. I mean, again, shit, look how much bigger he was when Floyd fought him. And I get that it's Floyd. You get what I'm saying? To a certain degree, I don't think it's just size that would lose Canelo these fights. Get what I'm saying? I think it's more to it than that. And it might look like that in that Beevil fight, but I think it was more to it than that. I think he was just in there with a more skillful fighter. He was in there with a very disciplined young fighter, and in terms of pro fights. Beevil came into there with 19 fights and showed a lot of discipline and heart and poise to like execute the game plan the way he did. And again, I really don't think Canelo's the fights that he lost. Like, look at the fight that he did. I know it's Floyd, and I get that Floyd great. I get that, but look how much bigger he was in that fight. And then you figure, well, his second loss, he should have lost to Lara, in my opinion. He usually always the bigger man. See what I'm saying? And it's like when you ain't the bigger man, I'm not gonna let you get away with the weight shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he, you know what I mean? You don't take your ass up there. And that's all I'm saying. Like, and if you don't never fight none of those dudes, that's not no coincidence. That's bogus. And you can't be no face of boxing and you avoiding the 50-50 fights that people want to see you be in. That's all. Get what I'm saying? That's not even asking too much. We ain't trying to tell you to go up to heavyweight and win a world title. We telling you it's people in and around your weight class that you could fight that will make you great if you was to beat these guys. You don't have to jump outside of your weight class. If 175 was an issue, you don't even have to do that. You can stay where you at and really fight those dudes. And none of those fights are like automatic losses for them. You get what I'm saying? They all going to be competitive. But I truly think, and this is just my opinion, I'm not passing this off as fact. This is my opinion. When it comes to Canelo, like just knowing what we know, he turned pro at 15. That's very young. You get what I'm saying? Fighting over there in Mexico and shit like that. He's about, 31, maybe a fresh 32 now, some shit like that. Whatever the case. And it's like he's 61 fights in. So I think it's a real possibility that wear and tear is a real question for Canelo, man, because you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of fights. It's a lot of fights, you know what I'm saying, to have. And I think physically he's slowing down. And I think physically he's also limited in some areas that he probably wasn't, some few years back. But just to be fair to him and not slander him, I don't think the reason that he's not fighting these fighters is because he's scared, per se. I will say, I think he might understand where he's limited at physically, and I think these styles, I think he feel like they give him a hard time. Now, I don't know if that make you scared, but he too much worried about that bag too. And it's, to me, it seemed like when Canelo was younger, it seemed like it was all about legacy. And then it's like after that, I don't know, maybe the Floyd loss changed something for him. Like he started, and I ain't knocking him, his prize fighting, but he started making bag moves for the most part, not legacy moves. You know what I'm saying? And like I don't knock him. He undisputed at 68. That's cool, right? But one thing I do question, and the one I got some little bit of beef with, it's my only beef with David Benavidez, is he lost that title twice. You get what I'm saying? Once for, on the scale, and then once for the bullshit outside the ring. And it just makes me think, like, if he'd have never lost his title, maybe he lost it the first time, cool. But when he got it back that second time, it make me wonder if he would have never lost that title, would Canelo have ever fought him by now? You get what I'm saying? I just wonder that. And again, like, there's no real issue with Canelo. I just feel like when you're a pay-per-view star and you ask people to pay for you now, you're asking me to go in my pocket to see you now. The only way I can watch you is if I order your fight or if I actually go to it. You get what I'm saying? Ain't no free TV. So I think anybody that consider themselves pay-per-view worthy and want to be a pay-per-view star, I think you got a responsibility. No matter who you are, I think you got a responsibility to get the fans the best possible fights. Because again, we the consumer and we gotta pay for it. So whenever you got somebody, you asking somebody to pay for something, you gotta give somebody something they want. It's only right. You can't give somebody what they want, especially time and time again, and then ask them to pay for it. Or be surprised when nobody support it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just really what it is with Canelo, man. Start making his moves more about legacy and less about that bag. And I ain't saying don't go get your money, but what I am saying is just don't let it be all about just the money. The money is gonna be there for you. You know what I'm saying? Just fight the right opponents, and you're gonna get all the respect that you already try to demand from the people. Canelo need to get in there with top dogs. Now he don't got nothing to lose. He in the Hall of Fame. Still ride with him. That's a fact. That's what I'm saying. The only thing getting in these fights will do, win, lose, or draw, was earn the respect of people. Because I'm a realistic boxing supporter. If he got in there with any of those three names that I mentioned, whether it be Charlo, Andre, or Benavidez, you know what I'm saying? He'd get my utmost respect. Win, lose, or draw. You know what I'm saying? He won, I wouldn't make no excuses. If he lost, I damn sure wouldn't make no excuses for him. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if he won, he'd get his full credit and just do. And I think the real boxing public, win, lose, or draw, like if he fought any of those dudes, he'd get nothing but respect from the people. Whether that matters to him or not, it remains to be seen. But he just don't seem like he in a rush to get in there with any of those dudes anytime soon. And he already say he ain't fighting no more Mexicans, so that takes Benavidez off the table completely. But we're going to see if he ever changed his heart after this Triple G fight. We will see. So, but yeah, man, I ain't want to make this live too long, man. I just wanted to come, share this story with y'all about, the Tank sparring story. And again, salute to Brian Norman and his team and his pops, Norman Sr. But I just want to see his son in there with some real opposition. And I prefer to not hear people speak so much on sparring stories with Tank. And again, I ain't knocking it, but I want to see it under the lights. 1, Boo Boo, 2, Charlo, 3, Benavidez should be in order. Business is staying in business. Yeah, you know it. And he ain't switching that up. He ain't. He all about it, but hey, man, he gonna continue to get critiqued until his ass is no longer part of the sport. Because we on his ass about that bullshit he be pulling. It was legacy at first. Now it's bag moves mixed in with manufactured greatness and shit like that. But yeah, man. Sparring has head grip. Remember that? Yeah, always. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the sparring stories to me, like everybody that get asked about sparring stories, damn near 90% or more of the people gonna say they won or whoop somebody's ass. That other 10% or so probably gonna keep it real and say what it was. But for the most part, like, everybody beat everybody's ass in sparring according to that individual. So, I take it with a grain of salt sometimes. And I'm not saying like people don't have the success that they say they be having, but I think it's deeper than that. And again, it's sparring. Show me under the lights when it's all said and done. And that's how you gonna earn your bones, man. Like, get in there and do this shit under the light where it count, with something on the line, with your record on the line. You get what I'm saying? With people actually being able to see you, critique you. Especially because fighting Tank, you going from, those little club or pub fighters, as my bro Ghost be calling them, man. You go from them type of fighters to some Tank. That's a jump up in competition. I don't care how well you think you did in sparring. It's hard to move away from punches with them big head gears. Yeah, man. Yeah, and that and them big ass gloves too. Fact. See, we both on the same accord fate. That's a fact. And I ain't saying, have your success and reap the benefits of it. You know what I mean? But ultimately, people gonna ask you to put up or shut up, because people gonna want to see you in the ring at the end of the day. They gonna want to see you get in there and do the shit you say you could do. So And I ain't saying he can't do it, but I am saying for sure I want to see it. I want to see it. I'd rather see it than keep hearing about it. And I ain't talking about sparring. I'm talking about I want to see this kid in there with some high quality. And I don't think we crazy for wanting that as boxing fans. Everybody that's claiming they doing this and that and there to tank, get in there with some type of quality fighter and show me you could do that to them. And then move your way up the ladder. Earn your way up there instead of, bringing up sparring from 5-6 years ago. That's all. And not really. You get what I'm saying? And not really for the most part, because the diehards, we the ones that hear about these stories the most. You know what I mean? I just had to come bring it to y'all. I had to give y'all my thoughts, my reaction on it. Like, it is what it is. But I just know Tank is a whole different beast under them lights. That's all I am saying. I'm saying he can't be beaten. He ain't invincible either, but he's a dog under them lights. And he showed us that. What is it? How many fights Tank got? What is it? 26? What is it? 28 now? What is it? Legacy ain't in sparring facts. Legacy is made in the ring under them lights when it count, with them people screaming for your opposition and booing you, and stakes is high. Your record is on the line. Like, your respect is on the line. You get what I'm saying? Your rankings or your positioning could be on the line. Like, just everything, it count when you under them lights. That's all I'm saying. So that's my just due on that, man. I just wanted to bring that to the family, man. I ain't want to make this live too long. I appreciate all y'all in the building. Y'all smash the like button for your boy on the way out. Y'all stay tuned. I'll probably be back later with something else for y'all. So again, appreciate the family sticking with me. Smash that like button on the way out. Salute to the family. Salute to the whole TWT, the winning team family. I appreciate all y'all. And your boy Justin be back with another one later. So y'all stay tuned. And I'll see y'all on the back end. Salute to my bro. G5, appreciate you, my bro. And I'm going to be getting with y'all shortly, man. So that's all I got for now. And I'm up out of here. Peace to my family, man. Salute to everybody and peace.